In South Africa, 31-year-old former youth leader Mbali Ntuli has thrown her hat in the ring for the leadership of South Africa's major opposition party, the Democratic Alliance. Ntuli is a graduate of the DA Young Leaders program and was part of the 2008 class. After graduating, Ntuli returned to KwaZulu-Natal, where she was elected as party's provincial youth chairperson. The candidate, she says, with her experience of service, she can party to the people. She will be able to help her party, a kind, strong and fair one.
I have the experience and I have the vision to lead the DA. And as DA leader, what I will focus on is 4 key things. The first, I want to bring fairness back to the Democratic Alliance. If our members believe that the organization is fair, then we will be able to act in a way that we can find common ground with each other again. And that is the only way that we'll be able to do it, because if we can't do it internally, there's no way that South Africa is going to believe that we can do it externally. So we must internalize this as a party first, and we must build this party and bring this fairness in a way where every member gets to participate in this process. It can't just be a few leaders that decide what it is that we believe or decide our policy decisions for us. That is not fair. I want to clear up once and for all the confusion about who we are and who we stand for and who we fight for. That means that at the upcoming policy conference and the upcoming Congress, we must have the broader membership involved. And I will take my contributions and my views to those conferences, and I will make sure that I represent as many members who I would have interacted with, but also really take to listening to what our members have to say. Because again, the problem has been that we have not listened to the people on the ground about who the DA is. And then I want to restore confidence in the Democratic Alliance. I think it's very serious concern that South Africa has seen us airing our dirty laundry for the last few months, and I know that it's made them lose a lot of faith in us. I want my leadership, along with others, to bring back strength and credibility to the party. And importantly, I want to be the kind of leader that's not going to be speaking to people's minds in difficult academic terms, but really to their hearts. And I think that in South Africa, if you have a leader who's ready to do that, and for this party, they'll understand that we are trying to understand all the realities that they face.
While we're still in South Africa, one of the major stories this week was the warrant issued by a court for former President Jacob Zuma's arrest. The ruling came after the former president failed to appear to face charges in a corruption case that he has sought to avoid for months, most recently by asserting that he is ill. Now, the warrant was requested by the National Prosecuting Authority. One of the prosecutors, Billy Downer, told the Pietermaritzburg High Court that Mr. Zuma's legal team had said that the former president would be out of the country for treatment until mid-March. But Mr. Zuma sparked more controversy just days after the court's ruling after tweeting a photo of himself taking aim with a rifle. We have our South Africa Bureau Chief, Betty Dibia, joining us now to discuss more on this. Hello, Betty.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Yeah, Mr. Zuma is quite the interesting man. His lawyers say he is ill and so was unable to appear in court on Tuesday. But a few days later, we see him on Twitter aiming a rifle. I guess he's back on his feet.
Nothing really has been heard from him directly. With that picture that was shown, he was supposed to appear in court on Tuesday for the pre-trial conference. The trial hasn't really started, and his lawyer said he was ill. Then a few days later, that picture came out. Of course, anything Zuma sends Twitter and everybody into a frenzy. So a lot of people have been reacting to that, but we haven't seen him around. We haven't heard much from him in terms of him appearing and speaking. So the issue of his son, Edward, had already come out to say that picture is about 2 years old. But I have a feeling he likes taunting those who are against him on Twitter, especially where you have a number of memes that he's done, imitating people who have said things or who have done things against him. The famous one being the Zuma must fall down video that he has on his Twitter account, which is quite popular. But we haven't really seen him the way we usually do when things like some of the church events where they call him and he's singing and dancing with them. But give it to him, he's been appearing in court for the case. So if his lawyers say he's not feeling well, maybe a bit of benefit of the doubt, which is why some of his supporters are saying if he's been showing up, even the ANC had released a statement that he's a law-abiding citizen. He's been showing up, but this time around, he's not appearing, and then the next thing we're hearing is a warrant of arrest. Probably he's sick. We don't know.
All right, tell us a bit more about his trial. You know, how soon can we expect the warrant to take effect?
Well, the warrant, according to Judge Daya Pile, is supposed to be stayed till the 6th of May, should he not appear. Remember, the trial hasn't started. It's a pre-trial conference, which is basically for all sides to sit down and work out how the trial will happen, how long it will happen, if there's some abnormal processes that may go on, if there's some requests from any of the sides. So that was supposed to happen last Tuesday. Now the judge is saying, well, I'm moving this to the 6th of May. Should he not appear, that arrest warrant will take place. He's not on. No one is looking for him at this moment. But the question, the issue is that by the 16th or the 6th of May, should he not appear for that pre-trial conference, not the trial now, for the pre-trial conference, then that warrant will take effect. That's where we are. And we know he's facing 16 charges of fraud, money laundering, racketeering, and corruption. Basically, 783 times that he may have received money. He may have received money through his financial advisor from French arms company Thales, which is the co-accused in this case.
Yes, we'll just have to wait and see how it all pans out. Thank you so much, Betty Divia, for speaking to us.
All right. Thank you very much.